What's up, guys? Welcome to my very first in-depth training. So in this training, we're going to cover how you set up the Meta Conversions API, and I'm also going to cover the pixel. So if you haven't already set it up, you might want to watch a different video to show you how to get your business manager set up first, your ads account. This is going to take you from there all the way to proper tracking. When you're spending on ads, it's expensive, but it's easy once you set it up, and that's why it takes less work to keep it going. Once you get it dialed in, ads, that's how I've built all of my businesses pretty much. Now we do some with cold email. We're going to have trainings on that later. There's other things we do. Ads is one of the easiest ones to start with. So what you're going to have in this course is showing how to set it up in Meta and connect it to GoHighLevel. We're also going to show you how to trigger on any kind of event. So if you're using a website-based pixel tracking, which is having problems from iOS, which is why people need to switch over to this, it's harder to capture certain things. Like, what if it's an event on somebody else's site, right? Like, I'm a GoHighLevel affiliate. What if somebody signs up for GoHighLevel? How am I going to let my system know? Good question. You can't without the Conversions API. So Conversions API can tell when somebody visits your site, makes a purchase, starts a trial, hits a different page on your site, sends you a message, that could trigger it, anything. So if you want your pixel to know who's engaged, there's no other way to let them know when you get a text or an email, things like this, than with the Conversions API. So we're going to show you how to set it up. We've got a snapshot that's going to be able for you to help you duplicate it instantly in your system. So a couple minutes set up, just copying some numbers. I'm going to show you how in the video. And we have a bonus for affiliates. Like I was saying, if you get signals from other websites, you need a different kind of setup. So we're going to show you how to catch a webhook. We've got a snapshot made for GoHighLevel affiliates to use. We're going to show you how to catch the webhook to trigger the API, Conversions API, and then also you can use a Zapier flow to notice an email. So if you get emails from one of your clients who you're doing this for, or the company you're doing it for, those can trigger your Conversions API all in workflow, or in some situations maybe you'll use Zapier or Make. So that's it. We're going to get right into the video here, and we're going to show you guys how to set up the Meta Conversions API. This is one of the most complex things with Highlevel. But it's super important. The pixel needs to know not just when somebody's submitting a lead, it needs to know when somebody bounces around the 10 pages on your site. If we're not giving it enough data to see who's really engaged, how's the pixel going to do its job, right? So we want to let it know everything we possibly can about what people are doing after they click our ads, so we can tell them what type of person to look for. And so the first thing you need to do is set up your business manager if you don't already have one in Meta. You need to set up your business manager, and you need to set up an ad account. Now, I'm not going to start all the way back there. You guys can find plenty of information on that. I'm going to start with setting up your Conversions API once that's done. Now, you probably have a pixel. If you don't, then I'm going to start with showing you how to create one, and we'll go from there. So you create it by going to Connect Data Sources, Web, New Data Set. You can select, you can create a new one, name it whatever you want. Make sure you say Conversions and you want to say Conversions and Web, so do both. And then once it's done, you're going to be able to grab your pixel ID. And so I want to show you how you get the pixel ID. And so I'm going to pause it real quick so you guys don't see. All right, so we've gotten to you to where you're now setting up the pixel and the API. You're going to go to Connect Manually, Pixel and Conversions, Next, and then we're going to set up both of these. So first I'm going to open this one. And basically you can go right here. I already did it, but you go right there, you copy that, and you're going to take it to your GoHighLevel website. So you go to Sites, you're going to click the funnel that you're going to use. Now, I keep all of my pages inside one funnel. The reason for this is the affiliate program, if they opt in one page and they buy on another, it's not going to track it if it's not in the same funnel. So I use about everything in GoHighLevel, and affiliate programs are really great. As you can see, all the work I'm doing for GoHighLevel as an affiliate. And you're going to go to Settings, and this is for your whole funnel, so it's not just for one page. You're going to go to Settings, Head Tracking, and you're going to paste that code in here. And so once that's pasted, you save it, and you can go back over here, and you'll be able to test it. So you turn on Advanced Matching, and then you can go to Add Event Code, open Event Setup Tool, and that's where you start setting up each of the different triggers. And what I recommend is using just URLs as the triggers. So like if somebody gets to your call confirmed page, that means that they're a booked call. If somebody visits any page on your website, you should count that as a page view. And if somebody submits a lead, I would put the page that pops up after they submit their info as the URL for that. Now you've got some basics going through. So they're seeing all the page views, they're seeing all the leads. You can do this for purchases, and you can do it for a lot of different things. So set up as many of those as you can. That's pretty old news. Everybody's been doing that for a while, so I'm really going to focus on the conversions API, which works a lot better in the first place. But it's important to have both. You want all the data you can. Again, can't say that enough. So that's done. Now we need to integrate your Facebook account and connect it with your Instagram. This can be tricky if you're a new user. People are like, how do I get my Instagram linked to my Highlevel? Well, this is it. You can't link a personal Facebook page to your GoHighLevel, but you can link a personal Instagram. And so that's good because I do a lot through there. So you're going to either start a new business page if you don't already have one because you can't use a personal Facebook page, or select your current business page. So see, I'm logged into mine. You go to settings right here, boom. It's just actually overall settings. Once you get to overall settings, it's going to look like this. And then you can go down and see linked accounts. You're going to go here, and you're going to link it up. So once it's linked, you're ready to actually integrate it into Highlevel. So now we've got this tracking code in, the website's connected. You should be able to go through some testing with Meta. And again, that's basic, so I'm not going to go through all that. So we're going to go to settings, integrations. You're going to make sure you integrate here. So you're going to hit login. Once you log in, you're going to see, I think I know what that is. All right. So I want to see if I can edit the pages. So once you log in with your Facebook credentials, it's going to take you back here, and you're going to see this page. And if you successfully connected your Instagram, it's going to show up right there. And then you hit update. So that's all connected. And then you can hit update, and it'll take you back. So now that you're connected, you are going to be ready to set up your conversions API. So you go to, and by the way, we're going to share this document with you too, where we've outlined everything. So you've got your pixel mapped. Now you need to get your access token for your conversions API. And so you're going to go to data sources, settings. You're going to choose the one you want, because like for instance, this is the one of mine that has the web and the conversions API. And you can see here when it's working properly for events that I have set up in both, it's going to say multiple. And then for conversions API, it's going to show right here. And it shows a match score. Now 5.4 is totally normal. Keep in mind you have multiple sources, but really nothing gets missed. And you can see all the traffic. It's a ton of it. So that's how you do that. And then we're going to head over to settings, where you're going to get your access token so you can connect yours. You're going to scroll all the way down, generate access token here. So you need your access token and your pixel or dataset ID. Dataset, they changed the name because it's pixel and conversions API, but you may still see it pixel somewhere. Same thing. So make sure you've got your conversions and your metapixel ID, or your access token and your pixel ID or data set. So there's two snapshots or two workflows you're going to get that are related to this in the snapshot. You've got your Meta Conversions API, and then we've got the payloads to get the affiliate triggers from Meta or from Highlevel. Now, when you usually map a new webhook, you don't know the format it's going to come in, and so it's tough with troubleshooting. We already know exactly what payloads are coming, and so when you get this snapshot, it's already filtering properly for what's going to be in the payload, and you can see that right here. Oh, I'm too high up. Payload type. Yeah, so we've got custom fields that are going to fill with the right information. And so all that gets installed with the snapshot. So when you go to the step here, the one you're going to need to set up is, we like to store everything in a row here. So every single thing that comes through, we're storing it in a row in a Google spreadsheet. So you need to attach a spreadsheet, but you can copy the rest here, and that's all going to be in there. And we've got this all made easy for you with custom fields. And so it stores it to the spreadsheet, and that lets us go back and say, okay, this doesn't seem right, or this guy's missing, and we always have a record of everything that ever came from Highlevel. Then you're going to go here, and you're going to fill this out. You're going to say integration, funnel type. And so see, you can do a couple different types, but we do integration, funnel type, and the action is called Facebook Conversions API. You'll paste your access token here, your pixel ID there, and you'll choose the event type. We've already got this done for Highlevel. So the start trial and lead signups are already in there. So step 1 and step 2 of the form. They collect their information, they start a trial. We need to know both of those. So that's it. And then you can assign values to it. So we assign the exact value of the purchase. So all that's set up for you. You want to make sure you test this. And so when you set it up, you're going to hit create inbound webhook trigger. If it's already there, you're going to get this URL, and you're going to give this URL to your affiliate manager. They're going to set it up on their end and send a packet of test data. Now, we already mapped out all of the pieces of the data to fill this properly and to trigger whether you got a lead subscribed, which is first step of the order form, whether they actually started a trial. Now, of course, you may want to set up additional triggers like add them to your new trial campaign or add them to the trial not yet started. But that's all you need to do. And so you'll give that to them. They'll send some payloads. You'll be able to test everything's working properly and then build it from there. All you need to do is go right here and plug in your access token and your pixel ID into these 3 steps for this to work. So that's going to feed back in. The other thing you need to set up is all the triggers for the events on your site. So they visited anywhere on the site. That's going to go as a view event. And each of these are set up with the events that I was showing you here. So you've got a lot of different events you can map, and you want to map as many as you can. So you're going to get this snapshot or this workflow as well. And basically we've got all of our triggers for everything that could happen. A purchase, certain tags are added, they submit certain forms, they receive a payment, they sign a contract, they start a trial, boom, 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 boom. And then it's all going to filter down and trigger the Conversions API for the right trigger. Now you can set values for each of these events because Pixel is smart and it's going to know, okay, he submitted a lead, that's worth $10. Or sometimes you could break it down and say a purchase usually makes me this much money. I need this many leads to get a sale, so it's really worth this much to me. You know, you can put it in there to weight it so that the Pixel knows what to value. Obviously, for us as an affiliate, high-level trials are huge, and we also are an agency, so contracts are huge too. So we're putting both of those into this system so that the Pixel can work its magic. It's also important to note that when you create your ads, you can either do website events or you can do lead events. Website events, you can't use the instant lead form. And so you want to be tracking for conversions and leads, especially if you're working your leads. So when you go into, if you do leads as your goal, I recommend using instant lead form, and then you can set it up to either to optimize for, and I think this is in the campaign setup. After you choose leads, you can choose for conversions and leads, or just volume of leads. I always do conversions and leads because I want it looking at all this other data. Now, if you're going for conversions or sales would be the topic you would use for the other one. If you're just going to go for trials or just want to go for purchases and optimize for that, that would be what you do if you're doing e-com, or if you're not calling your leads. Then you just would take them to a website page where they've got to opt in and then make their purchase. And then you can train all those events. So I like to use leads because I work them. My AI works them. It calls them and texts them and emails. So I do email campaigns. So I want that info because I'm going to convert them at some point. And so I do leads with conversions. But I also have a split test. I have another campaign running that's just for sales and purchasing for trials or optimizing for trials. So there's the basics. And then I want to check this to make sure I didn't skip anything. The last step is to run through your setup. Now ours is working. It works even if you haven't done this, I believe. We're still going to do this right now just to make sure that it's not holding us back. But you can see all the activity reporting, and so that's all being processed. But in the settings here, you're going to go to this page. You hit Integration Guide, and it's going to walk you through setting up a test, where basically you'll just it'll send a test lead into the pipeline, and you move it from one pipeline stage to the next, and then it's going to start its learning period over 7 days. So make sure you run through that too. We're doing it now, and then once you run the test, it's going to show fully completed here. And so we need to do that. We're doing it right now, and it'll probably be done by the time you guys see this, but we've already been running it for a long time, and as you can see, when it says Conversions API, that means that it's working. So that's how you do it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them under the YouTube video. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be dropping one of these every single week, and there's always going to be not only a how-to and how it works and why it's important, but there's going to be a snapshot to help you guys make that first step and join our community, where we're going to give you so much more than just that one snapshot. Well, you can already be in the community, but join our affiliate downline, and we're going to get you all set up with everything you need. Looking forward to meeting you, and I'll see you guys in the next Tuesday meeting. If you haven't, you can go ahead and download the GoCollab app. You should be able to find an email in your inbox where it's going to tell you about how to access the community. If you haven't joined the community, you can do that in the YouTube link above in the description. Inside the community, you'll see the events section, and I do a live group coaching every Tuesday at 4, so I'll be excited to see you guys there. And make sure to register for next week's live premiere of the next in-depth tutorial. Next week, we're going to be showing how to move your documents into GoHighLevel and set that up easily. And I'm excited to show you guys everything about how to move other software into Highlevel. And that's kind of what every week we'll be showing how to move another system in. So thank you for your time today, and I'll see you there.